Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Marquise.
And I'm your girl, Crystal.
And welcome back to More to Marriage. We're in More to Marriage Studios. What's up, everybody? Okay? Now, listen, you've heard it said that the struggle
is real.
Is real. We like to say, because that is a statement of truth, but we like to say, when it comes to marriage and in life for that matter, the struggle is normal. Okay?
Yes.
Here's why we say that. This whole conversation right now is about normalizing the fact that we all struggle.
Yes.
The enemy would love for us to believe that we're the only one struggling, that my marriage is the only one going through hard times because I'm on Instagram and everybody else looks like things are great.
All their highlight reels.
They're out and they're feeding each other dessert and it looks all good. Listen, you are not the only marriage, or your marriage is not the only marriage that struggles. We all go through marital struggles. We have to realize that, and it's normal.
Yes. So here's the deal. The top two things we do when we are struggling. The first thing is this: we face it alone.
Yeah.
Because we think it's shameful to have struggles. That is a lie from the enemy.
Wrapped up in shame.
Wrapped up in shame. Listen, we are not perfect, and I don't know why we think we have to show up, especially in our home with our spouse, to be perfect.
Yes.
We are imperfect human beings who naturally struggle. No one is exempt from that.
Yeah. And we love to put our best, when people come over to the house, we got to make sure it looks like a model home. There's not a crumb out of place. Everything's put up. Listen.
I'm being humbled every single day.
We got laundry everywhere.
Yes, because I got 2 kids plus 1. And it's like crazy. So when people are like, oh, can I come over? Yes. But listen, there's going to be a little mess. And now I'm at the place where it's like, come over. If you see some toys, if you see some clothes.
You go see some peanut butter on the handle.
It's all right.
That's what Denver does.
You're right.
Okay.
That's what you do.
I don't do that. Okay.
Okay,
listen. That's number one. The first thing is we like to think that we can try to face this thing alone because we don't want anybody in and we don't want people to know that we're struggling. The second thing we do when we're struggling is we think
our spouse
is the problem. Why we finish each other's sentences like that? I don't know why we're doing that. But listen, we think our spouse is the problem. We don't ever look inward. Not everybody. Some of you out there, you do a great job of looking inward. But when we're in the middle of it, we're going through problems. I'll tell you right now, I'm thinking about Chris. If she would just...
No, I'm looking to who I can blame.
That's real.
And usually, most of the time, we try to hurt or blame the person who is closest to us.
Yes.
And so playing that blame game only leads to disaster.
And maybe you've been there where it's just, if he would just, if she would just, and then you start to have this mindset. You start getting in your head, if they would just change. And the reality is, you can only change yourself. Okay, so here's what we're going to do when it comes to the struggle. Maybe you're in the middle of marital struggle right now to different varying degrees. The first thing we're going to do is this. We're going to get help.
Get help, y'all, please.
Listen, and that may look like counseling. That may look like doing marriage with other folks, but you got to get help. Here's what's not going to happen. Your marriage is not going to turn around just by itself. You're not going to just wake up and be like, dang, I knew one day this was going to happen.
Or it'll look like it's turning around, and then another issue comes, and you find yourself in the same place.
Right back in the same spot. So we're going to get help, whatever that looks like. I dare you to go to your spouse if you're in the middle of that struggle and say, what can we do to get help? And listen, and if they suggest counseling, you go to counseling.
Yes.
If they suggest getting in a marriage group, you get in a marriage group. If they suggest individual counseling, whatever it might be, you do that thing and you do it together.
Absolutely. They said 2/3 of unhappy couples reported their marriage got better 5 years later.
That's right. Absolutely.
I feel like we're a testament to that.
Yeah.
First year challenging, second year challenging, third year, it was like a little climb up.
Yeah.
But then now that we're 8 years, about to go on 9 years of marriage, we thriving.
Absolutely. And I would say in the middle of the struggle, we couldn't see this day.
No.
We didn't think about this day. We were thinking about the here and now.
Right.
But let me just encourage you, man, the best is yet to come in your marriage if you've got two people willing to pray and fight.
Yes. So second thing is, you can't change your spouse.
Yeah, come on.
You can't change your spouse. You can only change you. So ask your spouse this question: what can I do to serve you? What can I do even to serve you better? I know that this...
Even if you think I'm the problem?
Yeah.
You still ask that?
Because sometimes you are the problem.
Wow. Yeah. But you still ask?
But I still ask.
How you can serve me?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Okay. And it might sound crazy, y'all, but you'd be shocked what would happen with a service mindset. When we look to serve our spouse despite what's going on in our marriage, you're only climbing up. Now, the climb might still be hard, but I promise you, you are climbing up. And here's the deal. We live in a culture where we don't feel like we should serve anybody else. We want to mine, me, get, but never give. But I believe that if we serve not only our community, our neighbors, our co-workers, our friends, without expecting anything back, like there's a turn that happens. And in a marriage, it's the same thing is true. Our job is to serve our spouse when they're doing what they need to do and when they're not.
That's real. You don't change because of those things. Now, it's get help. And the second thing is you realize that you can't change your spouse. You can only change you. And the third thing is this. Realize you only have one enemy. Your spouse is not the enemy. There's only one enemy. His name is Satan. The devil wants to drive a wedge between you and your spouse, sow seeds of discord, try to figure out a way to blow up your marriage. And I'm telling you, you have one enemy. The way we like to say it is, we're on the same team, we're in the same jersey.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Different numbers.
We got different numbers. We got our own unique playing style, but we have the same jersey number. And in the middle of moments when we are in the middle of that struggle, we got to realize and tell ourselves, hey, we're wearing the same jersey. And we got to fight with each other, not against each other. So that's what we got to realize when it comes to marital struggle. Man, if you're out there, your marriage is in the middle of struggling, we want to encourage you. It can get better with the help of others and the help of God. Keep fighting. And always remember this, that getting more out of your marriage starts
with giving more in your marriage. Until next time.
Peace.